Hey guys, welcome to the video about the brake disc bobbins. There are on this model there are actually a lot of problems. They're well documented, and I have it also. So these are semi-floating brake discs with a fixed caliper. Semi-floating is for road use. Mostly you also have full floating. This for heavy. They move like this, but of course they are made to have this kind of play because they will be continuously in hot conditions. This is for street use. You need a more solid pack. This is was addressed in the 1150. BMW never put this through warranty, but this is an issue. If you have it, it will only increase and will jeopardize your safety. One of the things I feel is a little bit of judder. You can ride around it, but also a lot of noise. When I pop the brakes, you can feel a lot of noise, and probably I will have some loss as well, because vibration is a transfer of energy. The same with heat. The stopping power of the bike is transferred into heat. And yeah, if you also have vibrations, that's another thing, that's a loss. But in some cases, heat is of course, now in this case, of course, heat is not a loss, but a gain. Anyway, these will expand in both ways. That's why I have an air cap here. And this will help to dissipate all the heat and also improve your pad alignment. Because when your caliper is solid and everything here is solid, your suspension, and your wheel is forced, because your tire will be forced into the ground, then it's something that needs a little bit of play. Like I say, a little bit, because otherwise your brake pads would get all the movement and it won't go anywhere, because you're fighting this with the brake lever. That means that, yeah, you're gonna get vibrations and it's very dangerous. This is a more sporty alternative from ABC, and you can see there is a little bit of movement possible, but I mean, this is very, very extreme. So both have it. This is even worse. So it's time to change them. There are two possibilities. You go for a new disc. I have one here. This is an old one, original one from the Triumph. Yeah, it was warped, so I changed it. With the new ABCs, it's a better tempered metal. I have more aggressive brakes, but you can change. A set of brake discs will cost you $400 or $500, and these bobbins, they're actually washers. A washer, a bobbin, and a clamp, and 24 of those will cost me about €100. So it's well worth trying. If it doesn't work out or I have the same problem in 5,000 kilometers, then of course I will change with new discs. But let's see how it goes. Tire, the wheel is on the bench. I use 2 blocks, so it's up. It's not resting on the bottom brake disc. I'm just going to remove one and fix one, replace it back, so I don't mix any bolts or anything. So normally these are thread locked, or not in this case. Okay, it's weird. I'm gonna verify in the manual. I used some penetrating oil. Always helps. You should change those bolts, I think. Usually they say when you remove a brake disc you have to change the fastener, but I'm not gonna do that unless I break one. I'm just gonna reuse them. What I am gonna do, place them in a start pattern here, so I don't mix them up. They go back in the same seat. I'm gonna mark the brake disc, the wheel, and the seat. You want them back in the same spot. Yeah, I don't want to change the disc alignment on top of the carrier. I want it in the same place, everything. It's been working like this for 80,000 kilometers, so yeah. Put it back, it's always better. So this is a bit of a discovery for me. I'm gonna do the same thing. You look for the right screwdriver, that it fits straight without really forcing. That's the correct one. Here we go. You can see I clean them up. There's wear and tear on this surface. It's not completely on the same thickness, so it's been moving, you can see. And then on the inside, that's fairly okay. Where the lock nut goes, that's also okay. And the washer itself seems fine. But if I compare, let's see how thick it is. $13.7. It's 13.885. So 0.1. Of course, 0.1 times 12. Yeah, that's 1.2. So if it's, that means if we assume that everyone has a 0.1 less. Yeah. So I'm just gonna clean it up, make sure there's no rust. Go soft on two sides. I'm just gonna take the new bobbin. I'm gonna take the right gonna try with this one first. What's the best method? Yeah. Use this pliers, needle nose pliers, to get the first part in there, and then I'm gonna push it with a screwdriver. Here, a bigger one. You have to be careful that you don't touch the washer. Because if you touch the washer, that means it's gonna go, it's gonna bend. Yeah, let's do it all the way with this one. Okay, so that's it. There's still movement. Let's hope it works. If it doesn't work, that means the wear is also on the carrier and on the disc itself. But I will fast forward this. I will do them all and then I'll come back to you. So I've done 11 of those, and yeah, I'm screwed because there is absolutely no difference. Maybe it's even worse. What I also saw, and this is pretty weird, 3 of those bobbins. As you can see, they have a clamp in there, which the moment you will force it between the disc and the carrier, it will spread out. So you have this ring, and that will make sure this one is seated. Yeah. Now they're all loose. And why we have 3 and 9. So I had one over here and one over here. I said, oh, maybe there are only 2, but then I found one. I just replaced it, this one or this one. So like this, and then one in here. Well, I will see on the other side, but this is 100 euros in the garbage bin. This makes no difference at all. So I'm pretty dissatisfied with this. This is a couple of days later, and my order has arrived. Smooth as always. Of course, it takes a couple of days, but these are the right bobbins with the clamp ring. And this is the company, Tailspin.de, which is Germany. Thank you very much. And yeah, I have to remove the wheel again because I have been working on the alternator. So I'll remove the wheel and then I can stamp in the new bobbins. I'm going to try to keep the disc installed on the wheel. One reason is that it's already Loctite, and I don't want that to clean up the whole thread. So I'm just gonna try. All right, you can see I marked this one is 180 degrees across the other one, and then there's one that's 2, so 1/8. So in this case would be, as you can see, 1, 2, 180 degrees across, and then there's 1, 1, 2. So this one, or 1, 2, this one. It won't matter if I take, but it needs to be the second one. So I'm gonna do that. Thing is, they're brand new, so it's not really an issue to get them loose. Just put your screwdriver in between. And you hit them. Here we go. That's it. has to be on the top. You can see in the old ones, has to be on top. But these rings are, yeah, I don't reuse them. You can feel the play now. Probably with this one in place, it's gonna be better. So just put them in there, and then you can use a screwdriver all the way around. It's just up and down, up and down. You can feel it, it's going in. And you pry it in there, don't force it. Play a bit with the disc. I can feel it here. It's not in there yet. That's a little bit deeper. Now I feel that it's not right over here. There we go. Put it back. Just keep my finger on it. Probably won't drop, but just to be sure. Make sure I take the new ring, then the new E-clip, it's what they call it. Yeah, this is a bit of a, just gonna switch my finger. So you just, first thing is you force it a little bit in there, as you can see, and then it's fairly easy with the pliers. Just gonna turn it around a bit. Almost. Voila. That's it. You can do all 6 of those. So you know, you can do all of them with the disc installed, but it's a bit more of a hustle. So it's up to you. Yeah, I'm gonna do them all and then install the wheel on the bike. So here now I have to use the spring, the suspension. So this one will align, since it's loose, it will be able to move on the axle, and then I will torque it when it's been aligned. If you torque it now, could be you have a little bit of a difference, and yeah, you will feel that, you will get vibrations, misalignment of your front forks. Voila. This fork leg is now centered where it should be. I'm gonna now do the pinch bolts. These go 22 Newton meters. If I'm correctly, yes. Done. I should be able now to turn the wheel easily. Look at that. I'm going to show you how much play I have in the disc. This is what is like what you should expect of a floating disc. Other side, the same. This is very good. This is what you want. I'm going to turn it. Stop directly. That's what I want. Now, you're going to torque him holding the brake. You just need a different torque spec. It's 40. Turn the wheel. Use the brake. You hold the brake lever. You torque them both. You keep the lever in and you do the other side. That's it. We are now January 2025 and I've been doing 1200 kilometers with the new bobbins, and I just want to now check, so I just pumped up the tires and it's pretty cold outside, so I've installed the bike overnight inside to do the test. And first thing I want to actually mention is a discussion that's going on a lot of times is concerning these bobbins, and that they say, yeah, but you cannot change them. And I think in my case it's been proving right, but there are some variables I want to explain. So as you can see, it feels like this one is a bit better, but it feels like after 1200 kilometers, after doing the initial change and the initial test, which was actually a solid pack, we're back where we started. I have trust in the bobbins that they won't break because they're new, but I think that the whole idea is in discussion is, yeah, but your carrier, which is aluminium, and your rotor, which is steel, it's tempered steel, back tempered steel, that they say, okay, they're gonna wear out as well. And in my case, I think this happened because this bike has been running a long time with this problem. So there has to be some wear somewhere, not only on the bobbins, because I think the bobbins are a softer material. Taking in mind that the temperature coefficient of aluminium and steel is not the same. Aluminium will be more prone to temperature changes, but of course in the design of this brake disc should be taken in consideration. BMW actually gives you the option to change these bobbins, but that was probably the initial statement and the initial idea. But what happened was that they got this issue, which they actually, like I said in the beginning of the video, with the 1150 later on, they were able to address this with new discs. These, I think mine were actually worn so badly that the bobbin thing didn't work. If this thing happens to you, like in the first 1000 Ks, and you change them, I think you won't have this problem. In my case, I think it's too late. However, I will wait about 5000 kilometers. If it's not getting worse, then I will leave it as is, because I trust the bobbins. They won't fail on me. But in any case, I have to be aware of this, and like every time I pump the tires, check it. If it gets worse, if also the brakes keep wearing off in the wrong way, then of course I should change them. So my advice is, if you have the problem and it's ongoing for a long time, don't waste your time and money in the bobbins. Just go for a new disc. If it's just happening on you and it's a new thing, try the bobbins, because then you won't have that, that extra wear, on the rotor and on the carrier. So yeah, that's it. It's been
it's been, yeah, I will keep testing this. It's not really positive, but I have faith in the system. Also, the little bit of judder I had when I was braking was probably because of the misalignment of the brake calipers, which I had actually a different wear on the left and the right brake shoe, which is now actually addressed. So I think that was actually the main problem, but okay. Let's see how it goes. Thanks a lot again for sticking out for the whole video. So shows that you're interested in the subject. I wish you guys a safe ride in 2025, and cheers, take care.